out your dicks, get ready to fap. It's time for your favorite show, The Grease Trap. Pull out your dicks, get ready to fap. It's time for your favorite show, Grease Trap.
All right, everybody, welcome to The Grease Trap. How you doing?
Hello.
Oh, you fucking pieces of shit out there. Why are you fucking... Wait a minute. You challenging me? You fucking challenging me, audience? Is that what's going on here? You throwing down... Oh! Think you're a big, tough audience now, don't you? A little too big for your fucking britches, you ask me. Guys, I got bad news for you. I was doing my Abandoned Hope the other night. This dude, he came on in there. He's all like, dude, Trevor. He was like, Trevor. You know, Grease Trap's been fucking sucking dick lately. And I'm downgrading my fucking patronage. What you think about that, motherfucker?
Oh, shit. Damn.
Yeah. And
I guess
walked up to that son of a bitch.
We got to step it up, I guess. What do we got to do?
Smacked him in his fucking face.
Dude, I would like to bitch slap Trevor. I know exactly who you're talking about. A nerd named Trevor, dude. He bitches about everything.
Fuck Trevor, bitch.
But I kind of love him for that. Like, he's no matter what we do, he complains.
Because you know what? He was like, if you're fucking good, don't be late. I'm like, I told everyone in the chat, I'm like, look, I could be here right this minute, but I'm going to wait fucking 10 extra minutes just to fucking, because Trevor. And they all fucking ganged up on Trevor. And you know what? When I got fucking in there and I was like, all right, Trevor, we cool now? Nothing. Didn't see him the whole fucking stream. Fucking left salty and butthurt. You know why? Because fuck Trevor.
Wow,
that's why.
Dude. Wow,
fuck Trevor.
Damn, Trevor, you dipped.
If you feel like how I feel, I'm saying fuck Trevor.
Trevor dipped up. Like, I didn't know Trevor was bitch made, though.
I didn't know, dude.
I thought Trevor was. I thought Trevor was
man.
a Billy Badass. I didn't know he was bitch made like that, man. How you gonna fucking walk away? Salty as fuck and butthurt. Oh shit.
Yeah, so look at Scotty. Scotty's walking away too. Scared of Trevor, obviously.
Yeah, Scotty's Trevor, dude. Scotty's
scared of Trevor is what he is.
Scotty
had a dream. Dude, Scotty had a dream last night that we fucking broke up as brothers or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Broke up.
Yeah. We're just like, I'm going my own way. You're going yours.
Over.
So here's what happened. Scotty, you called a meeting, right? And you made me, you're like, dude, all of our public episodes have all the profanity bleeped out. Which I don't know why they did, but they're like, but our private episodes keep the profanity in. That doesn't even make sense, dog. I'm like, well, it kind of does make sense because, you know, the public episodes, we're trying to get monetization, and the private episodes, you know, it's like supposed to be for the patrons and stuff. He's like, no, man, doesn't make no sense. Doesn't make no sense, dog. And then he's like,
wait a minute, hold on. Whose dream was this?
My dream.
You dreamed about you and Scotty breaking up as brothers.
Yes.
Okay.
And it was like, Scotty was like saying that it didn't make no sense that our public episodes had profanity bleeped, which they don't, but I guess in the dream they did. But then Scotty's like, all right, here's the new strategy for the show, okay? From now on, we're a dance-based show that we're going to fucking advertise primarily through 4chan. It's going to be called White Guys Dancing, and we're going to fucking have a huge 4chan push. I'm like, Scotty, you're fucking insane, dog. He's like, fuck you. I'm like, you know what? I'm going my own way, Scotty. You done lost your fucking marbles, dog. He's like, fuck you then. So, Scotty, that's a little fucking preview of the future.
You want to know what the funny thing is like, I have, because I work closely with you guys, especially when we were all living and working in the same room, I have overheard several fucking knockdown, drag out fucking Scotty versus TJ fights. And that shit always comes up. Not like explicitly, not like, you ain't my brother no more or whatever, but it's always like, well, fuck you then, I'll fucking go do my own shit. Well, fuck you then, I don't need you. Fuck you. I've heard that shit before, but I'm telling you guys, if that shit actually, like, I don't think that shit will ever actually happen. And if it does, my last little ember of fucking faith in humanity will have diminished, dude, because you guys are the two, like, you guys as brothers are the constant that fucking keeps me believing in constants. You know what I mean? And after that, if you guys actually fucking have some big fucking row one day and end up breaking up as brothers or some shit, and I catch wind of it, I'm gonna be like, oh my fucking god, dude. There's no, it really is just chaos out there in the universe. There's no fucking rhyme or reason to anything. It's it, dude. Just so you know, my last thread of sanity hangs upon you guys remaining brothers. So,
all right,
fight as much as you want, but please don't send me spinning into the fucking void. Okay,
That's probably bad information to give us.
I know. You could use it against me. You could have fake breakups now, and I'm really gonna have a problem with it, dude.
I fucking call Pop. I'm done with TJ. Dude,
But you know what, dude?
Done with that son of a bitch.
I'll say this. I'm gullible as fuck, but you fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't get fooled again. You know what I mean?
Until you do.
I still remember the ghosts in the bathroom, but whatever.
But you're never going to pull the ghost in the bathroom again. If you're in the room, I'm never going to believe. If you're in fucking my vicinity, if you want to pull a ghost shit on me again, you're going to have to sneak into the bunker without me even knowing you're in the fucking state and do some ghost shit. And then you might get me again. But if you're in the fucking... See, I'm telling you, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't get fooled again. Dude, I had a pretty funny interaction the other day.
Again?
Yeah, okay. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
That's what this is for, right? Go ahead.
Well, I guess. There's so I'm shopping I'm shopping for wedding bands, right? For myself.
Right.
Oh.
And I've got it all. I've got one all picked out. Well, I've been working with this company over in Ireland because I liked their designs, and I've traced my lineage to Northern Ireland and County Dublin and all that shit. So I liked a lot of their Celtic kind of fucking Gaelic art shit.
Yeah, you showed us a few.
Yeah. They're pretty cool. But, I wanted a custom thing, and they do they have a bunch of shit that's on their website, but then they do custom rings and shit. So I've been talking with the dude that actually owns the shop via email, back and forth. Can you do this? Can you do that? Blah, blah. Finally got to the point where I had to call him, and they've got a 1-800 number. And of course, in Ireland, 3:30 in the afternoon is 7 in the morning, 7:30 in the morning here, right? And you know me, I'm not at my best at 7:30 in the morning. But I managed to do it. I call this guy, and dude, it was an exercise in fucking laugh suppression talking to this Irish dude. Because he was when people say that I do a horrible Irish accent, he was everything that I do. He was literally a leprechaun. He was like, his name is Peter. He's like, this is Peter at such and such jewelers. How can I help you? And I was like, hello, my name is Paul, and we've been having an email exchange together. I'm the American that wants this ring, the blah, blah, blah. Oh, yes, Paul, I remember you. That's right. That's right. But I'll tell you this, it wasn't me you were talking to, it was Gemma. I was like, oh, Gemma, you got a Gemma, huh? But this whole time, I'm just like, it's welling up in me. And as soon as I got off the phone, he was like, all right, Paul, well, we'll talk again soon. You take a look at the options that I've sent you, and you get back to me and let me know which one you want to choose, and I'll do it. And I was like, all right, Peter, thank you for your help. Click. And I was like, oh my God, it was the cutest. It was the cutest, funniest shit. It was every stereo. What was it?
Isn't it weird how people have that mode where it's like you want to laugh, but you know, like, how to hold this fucking shit together? Right.
And this dude has been totally cool with me. He's been really good at getting back to me and giving me the options and showing me new shit and shit that's not on the website and helping me design my ring. Right. So that's
awesome. Yeah.
I wanted to be cool to this cat, but I wanted to laugh right in his fucking leprechaun ass fucking pot of gold at the end of the rainbow fucking Blarney Stone kissing face too. It was crazy. It was so cute. And I wondered if they think the same thing about me. I wonder if he hung up and was like, oh, that American accent is so fucking cute, Gemma. Oh, fuck me. Every time one of these stupid fat fucks calls, it just makes me fucking laugh me ass off. It's an exercise in laugh suppression, really, Gemma.
Luckily, you know I'm talking with him, Paul.
He's doing the same shit about me. You know what I mean? Oh, fuck. Oh, dude, it really is cute, though, because I get harangued. I get harangued all the time because I do my big, overblown, accents and shit. But every time I have time I have an interaction with one of these motherfuckers, that's how they sound. You know what I mean? They're like, hello, what's up? It's me. I'm from fucking London. How's it going? I'm like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? That's exactly how you sound.
Dude, I was telling Taylor about our London meetup, and half the people were like,
Fucking bless you,
how do you do? Yes,
fuck.
a fine evening we're having in London. A bit of rain. It's like
it's not
half
like that,
people
dude.
like that, half are like, okay, so I understand you perfectly. Like you make me sound like a dumbass.
That's totally
but
true.
So I'm not sure if I like you very much because you make me sound totally stupid. And the other people, I like you guys. You make me seem smart by comparison. I like you guys a little bit better.
Yeah, some of these fucks don't even speak English as far as I can fucking tell, dude.
Roy going in there for a white guy.
It's kind of fun though. It's a grab bag. You don't know what weird version of the accent they're gonna get. They're gonna have like a deep baritone voice. You know, like
if you want to tell me the price of a pork pie, you go on down to the market and get on down to the fucking bridge and bring it on back here and tell me what the price of a pork pie is. And you're like, what the fuck did you just say to me? Like, I understand regional accents, but if a fucking hick came up to me, I'm gonna understand, like, head on down to the store and get you some hog maw. You know, I'm gonna get that. Like, I understand what he's saying to me. But when one of these Brit hicks comes at you, it's like, what the fuck? Like, what language? Dude, did you see that guy?
They are hicks, dude. They're British. You're right.
Oh, yeah, they're Brit hicks, for sure. They're called, well, yeah, like chavs.
Like Chav. Fucking Chav.
Fucking chavs. I'm a fucking chav for life, mate. Can't understand half the words that come out of my yucky mouth. Did you see that guy? There was a dude on our Patreon that was like, guys, I don't want to seem like a pussy here, but Paul's constant Brit bashing is really starting to make me feel unwelcome. Kind of like I'm a Jew watching a Nazi podcast or something. And I was like,
what?
Yes, we have a final solution for you. Do you guys remember that part of the better? Paul's like, instead, we have the concentration camp. We have
right this way, you limey cocksucker.
It's like, dude, I make fun of Americans at least as much as I make fun of Brits. Should I get offended at myself? Should I be writing a post on Patreon like, I'm really getting tired of Paul's constant America bashing? You know, it's making me feel uncomfortable as an American.
Do you know what? So I was watching Nightmare on Elm Street yesterday.
Yeah, just smash Paul.
I was watching Nightmare on Elm Street yesterday, and I got super fascinated with a character that's only on screen for like a second. So you know how it begins with that chick Tina, the first. It almost kind of misleads you to make you think she's the main character.
Yeah.
But then she gets killed brutally, like 20 minutes in or whatever the fuck. But there's a part where she's having her first nightmare with Freddy and stuff, and she's and, she wakes up, and her mom comes in and it's like, Tina, and what's wrong, baby? Oh, I had a bad dream. Oh, must have been a hell of a dream. She's got like fucking claw marks on her shit. And then this fucking greasy, fat, bald-headed fucking dude that her mom is apparently sleeping with. You think it might be her dad. You find out later it's not. But he fucking comes up to her. And he's like, hey, you coming back to the sack or what? And I'm just
this.
I just became instantly like super. I've watched the movie a million times, and it's always been like, yeah,
that's the only time you see him.
Yeah, you never see him beyond that. But like, I just started thinking about that guy because I'm just like, she was only gone for like, he's just like sitting there like, Jesus fucking Christ, I'm sitting here, my dick ain't been sucked for 30 fucking seconds here, bone dry. What the fuck is going on in this fucking house, Dad?
That poor bastard, man.
I know, right? Like
interrupted by Freddy.
Yeah, he's like, look, if you're being fucking attacked by a goddamn demon in your dreams, that's your fucking business. I'm
trying to get a fucking BJ from your mother over here, and I don't need her fucking distracted by your screaming and bullshit. So die quietly. Let me get my fucking dick wet, eh?
Jesus.
Beautiful, dude.
What a fucking,
I just love it,
what
man.
a champ.
It's like the greatest character in movie history. You know what? I want to do a fucking video about these great characters that have almost no lines or anything. Just like they show up, maybe they say one line or something, you never see them again, but you know what? They leave a fucking lasting impression. Like the dude from Silence of the Lambs that sits in the car. You always bring that on up, Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
he detests physical labor. Igor would help, but he detests physical labor.
And then you see him in the car.
Yeah, he's just sitting in the car like, and just say that's his whole presence in the film. Yeah, there's also There's also, the weird entomologist characters that have about 2 lines apiece. Do you ever go out for beer and burgers? The amusing house wine? You know? And she's like, are you hitting on me, doctor? Yes. You know what I mean? That's his whole fucking presence in the movie, basically. But he just,
fuck, man. I love it. Yeah, but I don't know. That's
the best kind of background characters. We actually still remember them. Like, we remember their names, but it's like,
doctor. I can't remember. It's 2 doctors. It's doctor and doctor, and there's one with like a lazy eye that hits on her.
He has that really weird delivery, but it adds the depth to the character that would otherwise just be forgettable. Like, if he just delivered the line like,
that's a total art in movies.
I will just say, hey, if anybody's out there is an aspiring filmmaker or any kind of thing that could use this advice, like, make sure if you got like a little background throwaway character that only has like 1 line or one little tiny purpose in your story, there's no reason not to make them fucking fascinating.
Make them memorable. Make them feel like part of a really fascinating world. Don't make them feel like throwaways. Make them feel like you want to know more about them. Make them feel like they have their own weird story. Because those 2 entomologist guys, I think about them a lot for some fucking reason. Well, I think about that movie a lot. Like, that's one of the movies that's like burned into my head for references and all that shit, because I've just seen it so many times and I appreciate it so much. So Silence of the Lambs, for people who aren't following. And those 2 entomologist characters that show up, like I said, for a 2-minute scene at max, and most of it is Clarice talking and them explaining what a moth is and shit. They really stand out. And that old man and and his driver Igor at the Unita storage.
He detests physical labor.
Igor looks huge, and this poor little old man is on a cane, and he's about half the size of Clarice Starling. You know what I mean? And what's her name? That Jodie Foster that plays Clarice is like, she's no bigger than a minute herself. You know what I mean? So like, this is a little old withered man. He's trying to help her lift shit, and there's this big giant Russian dude sitting in his fucking car that just like refusing to make it easy for everybody and just lift that shit, because he detests physical labor.
Hey, what are you gonna do? He detests it, dude. I mean, it's not just like a mild dislike. He fucking detests
Igor does not want the door open himself, so therefore, why the fuck should he care about it? They're not paying him to lift shit. He's being paid to drive a limo. Really, I feel where he's coming from.
The only side character that doesn't add anything, if I had to critique a side character, like a non-huge screen time character that really doesn't add anything to the story in Silence, it is Clarice Starling's friend at the academy.
Yeah, what a pointless chick.
Because she's just there for Clarice to bounce ideas off and get the idea. You know what I mean? She's
barely there.
Right. She's just there to show that Clarice is working with other students on this, I guess. But she really doesn't add anything interesting. She's there when Clarice is there at the academy a few times, but she doesn't have her own life. You know what I mean? Like the other characters do. We don't really know what her aspirations are. How does she differ from Clarice? How are they different as people? You don't, and you really know that about those entomologists. You know that about that little old man and the driver Igor. You know what I mean? Because there's a little spice thrown on those characters. Barney is another great example that ended up being played off into Hannibal, which is another great example of a movie where there isn't a character that doesn't chew the screen. You know what I mean? Even if you don't like Hannibal as much as you like Silence, which if you do, you're stupid. But Hannibal is
not. Yeah, you have that scheming detective that realizes who Hannibal is.
Cordell is really memorable. Great. The 2 Greek guys that he uses that have the pig farm, or the 2 they're Sicilians.
Pig farmers.
Yeah, the Sicilian pig farmer guys that he uses are really memorable. Of course, the officer Patsy himself is really a memorable character. So everybody in that movie, there's not as many side. Oh yeah, fucking what's his name? You hate him, Ray Liotta as the boss that calls Clarice Starling.
Well, I mean, he works pretty well for that role because he's meant to be detestable, and I already detest him anyway. So
he's like, get over it, Clarice.
His own brain. He gets to eat his own brain.
Yeah, get over it, Clarice. Me hitting on you was like 3 months ago, and by the way, the FBI is filled with cornpone country pussy. You know what I mean? It's just like, holy fuck, man, what a hateable character.
Who's the most scenery chewing motherfucker you ever seen in your life? Would it be Nicolas Cage, maybe? He's a scenery chewing motherfucker.
I gotta say Daniel Day-Lewis, probably.
Yeah. Well, he
You
chooses
can
it
put that. You can put that
in such a
motherfucker.
dignified way, though. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, dignified screen chewing aside, name me a fucking dude that's inhabited more different characters that chewed the screen harder than fucking Daniel Day.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, especially There Will Be Blood, fucking
Daniel Plainview.
Daniel
Plainview. I mean, he was in Last of the Mohicans.
That was a scenery chewing motherfucker.
You can't tear your fucking eyes off of him in Last of the Mohicans. I mean, the dude is fucking amazing in everything that he's ever been in, and is real. Lincoln is another fucking fantastic example of a performance
Jack
from him.
Nicholson. That motherfucker chews some scenery.
Oh yeah,
even
Jack Nicholson may be
movie.
the all time. He may be the all time. I'll tell you what, dude. You want to see him chew the screen? Watch fucking One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest again and refresh that in your mind if it's been a while,
that's
dude.
a great movie.
Oh my fucking God. I watched that like 3-4 months ago with Amelia, and she hadn't seen it before. And oh my God, he is just on fire in that film. You're right, dude. Jack Nicholson chews the fucking scenery. Old man, young man. He had a long ass fucking career before he kind of stopped making movies and shit. And even if he's in a shitty film, like there's that shitty movie he's in with like
Adam Sandler,
Kathleen Turner. No, not that one. But it's called As Good as It Gets or some shit. I think. No,
that's what.
That
one I like As Good as It Gets.
No. As Good as It Gets is good. I'm thinking of another one. It's like he's like an old man, she's an old woman, and he's like it's like a love story. It's a real shitty.
Is it like a travel movie?
He's dating her daughter.
I think I know what you're talking about.
So he's like an old man that dates younger women.
It's not Kathleen Turner. It's Diane Keaton.
Diane Keaton. Sorry, I get them mixed up. But yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I
don't know the name of the movie.
Something's Got to Give.
Something's Got to Give. That movie sucks, but every scene with Nicholson in it is pretty fucking fun to watch. So I guess the movie doesn't suck. You know what I mean? Like it's that he brought that to every fucking film. He was great.
Yeah, you can never take your eyes off Jack Nicholson, even if he was in a total piece of like the Adam Sandler one that I was talking about, Anger Management, like terrible fucking movie.
Yes, it is.
Like I don't know. There's like
Anger Management. No.
There's scenes with Jack Nicholson in that movie where he's like, I don't know, like there's that fucking famous one that's been like memed and gifted a bunch of times where he's just like doing that fucking crazy Jack Nicholson smile. And he's like, you know.
And he had it later on in his career. I mean, The Departed is a great role for Jack Nicholson, dude. I loved him as the fucking mob boss.
But he hasn't acted. He hasn't done a movie for like 10 years. So
I mean, he's fucking old as fuck now, and he probably ain't got. He's big and fat too. I don't know if you've seen him like recently.
Jack Nicholson is pretty fucking old. TJ, he's old, fat. He's retired. I would say
he's a big old bald tub of shit that's loving life now. He doesn't have to do it anymore, and fucking good on him for doing like retiring and shit. Like I don't expect any more out of Jack Nicholson. He's given me like literally.
He's given what he needed to give.
No, seriously, like some of the most iconic fucking movies in my in my past have Jack Nicholson in them. The Shining, fucking One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, the original fucking Tim Burton Batman. That portrayal of the Joker, still my favorite portrayal of the Joker on the silver screen overall. I mean, dude, it just goes. List goes on and on. The guy's fucking, he just like vetted as a
dude. He looks like fucking. He's so old. He looks like fucking. He looks like Violent J's dad, dude.
Put him up on screen. He's. I love pictures.
I want to prepare this shit. I want to fucking get Violent J without his makeup at his fattest, and I want to get this. No. Shut up. Okay, hold on. I want to get this fucking picture. All right, I gotta set this up. So vamp for a second.
I'm just wild about Harry, and Harry's wild about me.
All right, hold on. Violent.
Dude, I'm looking up fat Jack Nicholson right now.
Oh, don't do it. Don't spoil this guy. Don't spoil it. Come on. Violent J.
No,
it just takes
makeup.
We need a Jamie. It takes TJ like fucking 20 minutes to look something up. He's like, violent. That's why I'm. Yeah, dude.
Hold up.
Damn, Paul.
Well, I want to find the ideal picture because there's a specific one I'm looking for. I can only find a tiny one.
Dude.
All right, I'm just going to have to go with this tiny. Wait. I'm gonna have to go with this tiny ass picture. That's what you got to do. It just has to be done. All right.
I don't want to say anything because the picture, yeah.
All right, hold up. All right.
Wait till they get a double wide load of me.
I mean, I know none of us are fucking super skinny fucks, but yeah.
No, Nicholson is he's a fat dude. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Hold up.
But he's happy and he's old. Who gives a fuck?
I found a then and now, TJ, of Nicholson too. If you want it,
that's fine. You could pull that too. If
you want. There's Joe Bruce.
So this is Violent J without his juggalo
face thinner now, TJ. Isn't Violent J thinner now?
He's I think he's kind of he got way thinner and now he's kind of plumping up again. He's not this fat again, but he's more chunky again.
Okay, so this is all right. Well, I just want to be fair. If he's super skinny now,
but I'm pretty fat right here. You know.
Yeah, he's big right here.
So then this is Jay in here. I mean, like,
I love him, man. Dude. He's a treasure. He's a fucking treasure.
You know what? He's like, this is how Brando went out. This is how I'm going out, dude. Going out fat.
And that's his actual son next to him, by the
way. Yeah. That's Nicholson's son. He did not get Dad's good looks, unfortunately. But no, Nicholson is a treasure, and he doesn't have to make another fucking movie as long. If he wants to, I'm open to it and I'll watch it. But fucking what's that fucking? Nicholson
is thinking about how to get fatter right now. He ain't thinking about no fucking movie role, Paul. That's a pipe dream from maybe it could happen.
What if he gets like that Brando offer?
Well, he needs to be a fat ass.
You remember Brando's last movie, dude? We took a look at that Digital Smile.
No, dude.
I can't remember.
Oh yeah,
what was the name of that? What was the name of that? I can't remember the name of that movie, but yeah,
heist movie. I can't remember.
It has fucking De Niro in it, and Brando is just like he's big and fat and laying down in 90% of the scenes he's in.
I know.
I wouldn't have given you the money if I didn't think you could do it, Jack. But come through for me. Can I get another drink, please?
You know, I mean, he just like phones in the most like flimmy, like weird performance ever, and then at the end, on the final day of the shoot, all he has to do is lay on his big tubby ass and smile, and he refused to smile, so they had to like.
I don't smile for nobody. I don't feel like that my character would smile at this point.
Hey, let me send you this, dude.
Send it. Send it on Twitter or something.
Twitter? All right.
It'd be easier to open on Twitter.
Like, this is how fat De Niro is in this fucking movie. Oh, my God.
De Niro? Okay, we got De Niro. De Niro's
not De Niro. I'm sorry. I mean,
Brando.
De Niro is actually a little bit fatter than he has been in past roles, if we're being honest, but he's not too bad.
No, he was all right.
I don't know.
But I meant to say Brando, dude. Brando is, wow. There's only one promotional shot that I see on IMDb, and I'm sending it to you right now.
Send it on over. I want to see fat Brando. Let me see this motherfucker.
He's bulbous, dude. He is completely and utterly bulbous.
He ain't bulbous. Come on.
Yes, he is.
No, you are so rude. That's not even. He ain't even that bad. Scotty, what the hell? He looks good. Looking fucking good, Scotty.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see this fucking shit. Oh my God, dude. Oh, he was huge. And like he was just such a pain in the ass to work with on the set of that fucking movie. I love reading the little anecdotes about like his demands and shit. And he would.
What was the episode we did about that? What episode did we cover that?
Marlon Brando. We covered his life. Remember, I did a Marlon Brando bio episode.
Oh, was it just purely Brando?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Marlon Brando, America's Greatest Troll.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. That was a good episode.
Yeah, I mean, there are just so few personalities like him that I'm that interested in, you know what I mean? Just so few personalities like him, period, you know? But when I run across those, I really like doing those bio episodes, but when they come out of me, they suck if I don't have a genuine connection with the person I'm covering. If I'm just covering like a person other people, like if I were to have done like the Bowie episode, like I would have pulled a bunch of information about Bowie and it would have been competent in that way, but it would have sucked shit because I have no connection with the dude. You know what I mean? Like I like his music, but other than that, I'm not a big Bowie fan. So you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like that. Like I've always loved Brando and learning about his fat, disgusting, fucking lovable ass blundering his way through this horrible life of his.
He came up with some of the fucking funniest fucking shit, dude. Just on the fly, like the shit he got away with, like Apocalypse Now. fucking fat ass fucking Marlon Brando, supposed to be a guy living in the fucking Cambodian wilderness.
What's he fat on out there? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
is he eating small?
He showed up and he was like almost 400 pounds, and like they had to shoot
Cambodian children.
Like poor fucking what's his name had to shoot him in fucking like 90% shadow.
Martin Sheen, yeah. Everyone else like looks like pretty lean and mean, like a soldier. Like, okay, they have that kind of feel to them. And then you got fat ass fucking obese Marlon
Island of Dr. Moreau Brando, where he's like he just shows up.
Oh my god, the little guy he had with him, the fucking animals he'd have. Well, you know, The Godfather, the cat is just something Marlon Brando brought into the role.
Oh yeah,
just randomly.
And it's like one of the more memorable, like, because it's his character intro. He turns around, and the first time we see him is stroking this cat, and so we see the soft side. Like, I'm sure Brando didn't intend it, or maybe he did. Maybe he was just brilliant. But like,
I don't know.
Like the first time he was watching a James Bond movie the night before, he's like, "Yeah, I should have a pussy I can stroke too." Yeah.
It doesn't come off like that though. In the movie, when you're watching it, it comes off like he's a soft person, but you find out over the course of the conversation that he's a very hard person. And like it's a good contrast, and it's something that wouldn't have been if it wasn't in the film, it wouldn't be missed. But it's like some crazy thing that Brando demanded happen, and that they acquiesced. And on Moreau, they basically let him rewrite the script. So if you want to see Marlon Brando's ego completely gone out of control, watch The Island. Like, well, really, it's Marlon Brando's ego and fucking Val Kilmer's ego gone completely out of control in The Island of Dr. Moreau.
They basically had an ego off.
Yeah. And if you want to see that, like what happens when two out of control egos take over the production of a film, watch The Island of Dr. Moreau from like 1998. It's like,
we've mentioned it many times, but really, if you haven't seen it, it bears repeating because it really gives you insight into just having those personalities clashing. It really does.
Dude, fucking Val Kilmer. I mean, at least Marlon Brando got to go out on top. Val Kilmer had to fucking.
Well, you know what? But from everything that I heard, Val Kilmer was like, see, Brando was a troll. So he was an asshole sometimes, but it was always to kind of amuse himself, I think. And sometimes it really amused everybody around him too. So there was a gregariousness to his mischief. From all reports that I've heard, Val Kilmer was just like a stuck-up, total fucking douche of a person.
Yes.
Here's the thing. Brando was never disrespected like Val Kilmer's been disrespected. And you know this. Like, when he was fat and he was on his diet, they'd be throwing like you mentioned in the episode you did, Paul, like his friends would be throwing him cheeseburgers and shit over the fence. Like, wow.
Oh yeah.
People still love Brando. It wasn't like that. Val Kilmer got that reputation because he had some really good roles in the 90s.
Right.
And he had much like Kevin Costner, he had big brain syndrome. I'm the best of all fucking time now.
What do you guys think Val Kilmer's greatest role is? I've got mine in mind.
Doc Holliday.
Okay, what about his greatest film though, where he's the central focus? Not his greatest necessarily his greatest role, but the the greatest Val Kilmer leading role. I've got it in mind because obviously it's Doc Holliday if you just go for roles.
Let me think.
I'm going to IMDb and look because I don't want to.
I've got mine. I'll tell you what mine is.
Is it going to be The Doors? I don't know.
No. Well, that's a good one. I would respect that choice.
I do like The Doors.
My personal favorite is The Saint, dude.
The Saint.
The Saint, yeah.
It's the one where he's like a master of disguise. It's kind of a mystery movie, and he falls in love with this chick that has invented cold fusion or whatever.
I think I remember.
He has no identity because he was an orphan, and he decided when he was an orphan that he was going to escape, and he would never have a name again. And
I think my dad made me watch that when I was like 12 or 13 years old, but I really don't remember it very much.
It's actually you should watch it again. It's actually a pretty competent like action movie. It's got a romance subplot that's a little bit cringe, and some of his performance in it is a little over the top, but I really think he's in his element because he's kind of goofy in it, like when he does some of the disguises and sometimes unintentionally. But I don't know, I've always been drawn to that performance of his. I really think like he was in his element in that movie.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a bad movie. One I like that's not a bigger one. Have you guys ever seen The Salton Sea?
I've never seen it. No.
That's one. If you haven't seen it, you might want to check out. That's more of like definitely more of an indie vibe to it. The synopsis, if you guys haven't seen it, is after a tragic accident, a man drifts into a world populated by thugs and speed junkies. It's basically a meth movie. The Salton Sea is like basically the whole point is like it's a dried out sea, and people go there to do a bunch of drugs and drug deals and shit like that.
Right.
But I think it's a decent little movie. Like, yeah, even on here it has 7.1 on IMDb. So if you're interested in Kilmer roles, Paul, and you haven't seen it, I would definitely recommend you check that one out.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Dude, you know who else he was great in? The Snowman.
Oh my god, dude! He
remember when we saw
refill my
he was
drink,
like
TJ.
half
Paul,
dead.
give me the perfect timing. Thank you.
Dude, me and Paul went and saw. It was the first. It was the only time we ever did this. We went and saw like a double feature of movies. We went and saw a Medea Halloween 2,
yeah.
and The Snowman. And after we got out of Medea, it's like, oh my god, that was fucking awful. Well, hopefully The Snowman will be better. And it was somehow even worse.
Oh, it was way worse.
Yeah, we walked out of there like, wow, Medea was actually the fucking better movie. The
Yeah,
Snowman
Medea,
was so
like there
fucking
were
bad.
people like laughing in the theater, and I actually chuckled a couple of times at Medea, and I just like scratched my head and groaned at fucking Snowman. Like Snowman was just like limp dick fucking nonsense from start to finish, and like Val Kilmer's presence in it was like sad. He was like wearing
sad and
he was
weird.
wearing these ascots to hide the fact that he had like that throat cancer hole or whatever, and you barely understand what he was saying, and his face was all bloated and like
And he sounded like
fucked
Tom
up.
Waits. He was like,
Yeah. It was just like his whole role. It was just like you could tell he's about to croak, and he did not long after that role.
he's still alive.
No,
dude.
he isn't, dude.
Not
He croaked.
dead.
He
Val
croaked.
Kilmer is not dead, dude.
Val
He's
Kilmer
not dead.
croaked.
I am on his IMDb page right now.
He
He's not dead.
croaked, dude. I swear to God, he croaked.
He's not dead.
He
dead,
croaked.
motherfucker.
He
he's-
fucking went tits up. He died, dude.
No, he did not.
Dude, okay, well, in the Berenstein universe, which I can travel freely between, he died.
Okay. Well,
Unfortunate, but true.
maybe that's true.
What do you mean, maybe that's true? Are you
I mean, well, you know, I'm saying, yeah,
saying
it's
I'm
true.
a fucking liar?
No,
TJ?
Paul, it's definitely true. It's true. I'm sorry. I don't know. I was poor phrasing on my part, I guess. No, he's gonna be in the new Top Gun movie, which I don't know what they're gonna fucking do for him there.
Maybe they're gonna like have Goose be like completely in an old folks home and all fucked up, and like
Yeah. Because Tom Cruise pretty much
goes to
still
visit
looks.
him.
Tom Cruise still pretty much looks good. You know, he really doesn't look like he's.
Oh,
he's
dude, what if they
good
have
shape
this
and
shit? I bet he does this role. This is his role. He's all catatonic in an old folks home, like he's all fucked up or some shit, right? He's all like, and Tom Cruise goes to visit him, and he's like, "Goose, buddy, I don't know if you can hear me, man." And Goose is just like there, you know, it's Val Kilmer, and he's just like, it's like, "Goose, buddy, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I'm going on a mission. I think it might be the last one, man. I think you flew your last mission a long time ago, friend, and I think it may be time for mine. And I just wanted to let you know, man, that I appreciate you having my back out there for all the years that you did. And, I wish that you were here, man. I wish you could wingman for me on this last one. I think we might be able to take it, but me alone, I don't know. Anyway, I love you, man. Bye." And then as he's walking away, we hear fucking Goose say like, and he goes, "What was that, buddy?" And he leans in close, and Goose whispers like, "Fly fast." You know what I mean? and fucking Maverick is like, I will. I'll fly faster than anybody fucking ever flown before, I swear." And then, like, you know, Val gets a little smile on his face, like, you know, like a little stroke smile, like, and gives him like a little half-hearted, like, you know what I mean? And fucking Maverick gives him the thumbs up, and that's it. That's his role, dude. I swear to God, that would be dope if that's in the movie, dude. If that's his role. Oh, man.
Well, we're fucking seeing it already. If it hadn't been for COVID, dude. COVID has ruined this year for movies.
I know. It's so fucked up.
October, it's like, oh my God, I wait till October, whatever it is.
I'm trying to do a little research on this, and apparently, by Val Kilmer's own admission, he like pretty much begged to be in that movie.
They are going to put him in a wheelchair or some shit then.
Yeah,
It's going to be something like what I described. You watch.
Dude, yeah, I can see it. Tom, please, I'll do anything. I have to come to a Scientology meeting. All right, I'll do it. I'll fucking do it, please, Tom. Give me that role.
I've just seen too many of these fucking. Dude, I know how they're gonna drag him out. He's gonna be like, it's gonna be something exactly like that.
Or he's gonna be a burnout, dude. He's gonna be fucked up.
Yeah, he's gonna be like a druggie or some shit, and they're gonna find him, and he's gonna be completely incoherent. And Tom's gonna have that same kind of talk with him, and then like he's gonna have one moment of like clarity at the end, and he's gonna say something to, or just maybe he'll just give him the thumbs up. Like maybe he'll be laying there in bed, and like, wish I could have reached you, buddy. Wish that junk hadn't gotten to you, but like after the thrill of the jets, it just couldn't go away. And yeah, he'll just like, it's the final count. You know what I mean? It'll be fucking badass, dude. Oh man, dude, if they make it right towards the end of the movie, and all movie they haven't played it yet, and you know what I mean. So what if Highway to the Danger Zone started playing right as Val Kilmer started look, it's like and fucking you know what's his name sees it and he gives him the fucking thumbs up too, and they look at each other one last time, and then the next time we see fucking Maverick, he's in the air on the next mission. Highway to the... Oh, fuck, this movie's gonna be dope, dude. I hope this movie comes out quick, dude. Come on, release it. Release it on HBO Max. I don't give a fuck what you do. I want more fucking Top Gun. Jets. Nobody's done a good jet movie.
Gun. It's been a long time.
Like, and nobody's ever matched Top Gun. As far as jet movies go, Top Gun is the one.
No way.
I mean, if there's a better one, it's obscure because I ain't never heard of it. And
Top Gun is the top one
jet movie. So, yeah,
for sure, 100%.
You know what? Do you know another way they could go, Paul?
What?
Maverick's in the movie, but Maverick's fucking dead. And present time, Maverick's dead. It's a flashback, dude.
They can't do that because have you seen Val Kilmer? He looks like a bloated whale. He looks like a big, giant, jowly fucking old dog.
Here's what they do. They know that already. They go and they take his fucking face. Yeah, they deep fake it.
But he doesn't sound like himself anymore either. So they'd have to. What's the point of having Val Kilmer? You know what I mean? They have to make it.
They Tom Cruise. Look, Tom Cruise fucking said he could be in the movie, so they had to figure out a role for him.
So what I'm telling you is like there are very limited roles that I think that they're going to let him play. Like, so one angle they could do if he was still lucid and looked like a normal person is like Maverick worked his way up the chain of command, and now he's like in conflict. Or not Maverick, Goose. You know what I mean? He's like a general now or whatever. And he finds himself in conflict with Maverick, but then they join forces at the end and he jumps in the jet last time. But see, Val Kilmer's too fucked up for that.
Wait, Goose was his friend. Fucking Val Kilmer played Iceman.
Or Iceman. Well, whatever. You get what I'm saying. Iceman. Whatever the fuck. It's been a while since I saw the original Top Gun.
Look, it's not the one that's dead. The one that's alive at the end of the movie.
The one that's alive at the Iceman.
The one that's alive.
Because they have a begrudging respect for each other at the end of that movie, and they have the big bro moment where they go out together after Goose dies and they fuck up Saddam Hussein and shit, right? So like
or whatever
it was Iraq. So it was like that movie was basically Desert Storm propaganda, if we're being honest. But so yeah, Iceman. So Iceman works his way up the chain, right? And becomes a general and then jumps in the jet one more time after having some conflict with Maverick, and they ride together one last time. Val Kilmer too fucked up for that. So what is it? Like Iceman's either a junkie, or he's had a stroke, or he was in a fucking horrible plane crash that left him paralyzed.
You could just make it where his character had throat cancer, which is what actually happened to fucking
TJ.
Val
You don't want to put throat cancer, all that heavy shit in a Top Gun movie.
I know which one TJ would like, dude. We do that. We do the angle of like they're in conflict and shit, but they unite.
Well, then just say he was shot through the throat by a fucking...
But TJ, you like this. They unite to fight the alien invasion, dude. They're like, dude, they were teasing space and shit. They do that space fight. Aliens like, it's time to come fuck up humanity. Then they have to jump in the jets together and fight off the alien invasion.
Dude, you know what? If these fuckers weren't so stupid, they could have fucking made a sequel. You know, they could have held off a little bit on that fucking terrible Independence Day sequel they made and done Independence Day meets Top Gun.
Dude,
have Maverick fight those aliens, dude.
Yeah, that's
they
what I'm
could
saying.
have a flashback scene. Dude, Iceman has to have been fucking shot down and wounded in the crash or some shit.
Yeah.
And then, like, when he shows up, Like whether he's a junkie or he's old or he had a stroke or he was so fucked up by the fucking crash, right?
Here's the most recent
He's a
footage I
fuck
can
up.
find of
I like the Paul's version. No matter what, it's
Like,
like
look at
Iceman
him.
is fucked up. He's
Look
a
at
piece of
him.
shit.
Well, I mean, look at him. This is what you got to fucking deal with what you got. This is fucking Val Kilmer today.
There's nothing else.
Hold on.
Oh wow.
Hold up.
Oh my god, I'm sorry for laughing.
I'm just telling you, like he's gonna be in the movie, so it's like he
You
can't
have to have
jump
an
back in the
explanation for
jet.
that shit. Yep.
They can't put him back in the jet, so he's
Or
gonna.
I did not
May.
realize. Okay, you put this in perspective for me. I'm like, he doesn't like. Yeah, it's Val Kilmer. I did not realize he sounded like this at this point. I had no idea.
No, Val Kilmer's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, so his throat's fucked up. He has a tracheotomy, you know, like he looks better than he did a few years ago, honestly. But I mean, his
But
throat's
he's still fucked up, and he's not at
Right.
100%, and he can't really talk anymore. And so you got to put him in a role where it's very emotional. Like you can still see he's Val Kilmer, but he's got to be some fucked him up.
Okay,
And that's why I'm
Yeah.
saying, like, Iceman went down in a fucking crash. He tried some hero maneuver, and Maverick couldn't save him. Maverick tried to pull some fucking 180 backflip and just couldn't get there in time, right? And fucking Iceman catches a bunch of bullets. I'm going down, buddy. And he's like, no, you're not. Fucking no, Iceman. We have that flashback, right?
Flashback. You're right. That's when the flashback.
And then he
kicks in.
goes and visits him at the VA, right? He goes and visits him, and he's all fucked up, and he's like non-communicative, and he's just there. And that's why I'm saying, like, the thumbs up thing. That's the way they're going to do it, dude.
Oh, dude. Also, perfect chance for Tom Cruise to give some big emotional speech in the movie.
Exactly. That's exactly what I said. He was gonna be like, he's gonna be all like, you know, buddy, dude, I wish I could have been there. And I don't know why they picked me for this last run. There's tons of talented kids out there that could do this better than me, but I guess they need me one more time. Man, to be honest, I need you. I'll tell you what, Iceman, we were rivals. We were best friends. You were my wingman. And I let you down, and I'm about to let a lot more people down. And I just wish you were here, buddy. I wish I had been better for you. But I'm going to do my best. I got to go, friend. And he pats him on his hand, and that's when the thumb kind of starts to twitch. And then he kind of jumps back, and then like his hand was like twitches on the arm of the wheelchair, and it goes like, you know, and fucking Tom Cruise like stands there and like wells up with tears, but doesn't let one drop. And he just goes like, you know what I mean? And then fucking getting back in the fucking cockpit, the guy waving the thing, the fucking engines doing that pulsing. Fucking Maverick looks over at fucking Tower, and Tower's like, oh, Maverick, you already, you know, the music dims a little bit. Maverick, you are clear for takeoff. And he just goes fucking, what's he doing? Why is he hitting it so hard? That's just the way Maverick does it. Highway to the danger zone. Oh my fucking god, I want this so bad. Oh,
2021, dude.
oh, I can see this in my fucking brain so clearly. I need it so bad.
Hey, Paul, did you hear about the plans for apparently Warner Brothers is going to release all of its films, including Dune, to
Yeah. I saw that. I don't give a fuck. That sounds great.
Max or whatever the fuck, or HBO.
As soon as Dune is there,
Or-
I'll
Yeah, but
sign
do
up
it.
for HBO Max. Whatever.
or
So
whatever the fuck it's called.
I don't give a fuck. Is it $1,000 a month? I'll pay. Whatever. I'll go bankrupt, but I'll pay.
Dune. Now they're saying it's come out.
It's like $15 a month or something.
I don't know,
Sold.
it's crazy shit like
Yeah.
that.
I'll cancel my shitty ass Showtime, which hasn't updated with a decent movie in a while. I'll cancel my Shudder because I've been using it a bunch, and right there, I paid for it.
There you go. There you go.
And I'll
Yeah,
watch
I was-
Dune and see if anything else new from Warner Brothers is worth a shit this year. And if it's not, then I'll cancel that shit and I'll go get fucking my other shit bags. That's the way it works, man. You juggle.
Juggling.
You got all the choices now. It used to be hard to do that. You used to have to buy the cable package that you wanted and then sign like 6 months.
Yeah, you don't have to do that anymore.
Now you just like go get the channels you want and then like you have them for a month. And if it sucks, you cancel it and you go get another channel, you know?
Yeah, fuck you, channel.
I love
Go
that
fuck
shit.
yourself. Go
I
fuck
like that
yourself.
shit. I like that shit, Holmes. I like it. You know what movie has been on my fucking mind lately, and I need to just watch it and get it off my mind?
What is it?
Training Day. I don't know why I can't stop thinking about Training Day, dude. It keeps coming up in my like referential Rolodex. You know what I mean when I say that? Like when I'm talking about shit. And I usually dodge around it because nowadays, like, not a lot of people know Training Day references anymore. They may know like King Kong ain't got shit on me, but they don't know like I've watched that movie so many times. I know a bunch of little references from it, and they're always running through my mind and like using it as anecdotes for other shit. Like, not to give too much away, but like I was thinking about Training Day when we were talking about our editors earlier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was thinking about like loading them up with our current fucking editor, like fucking Ethan Hawke gets loaded up with Denzel Washington and letting fucking Ian take them on a fucking ghost train to hell or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Holy shit.
Dude. Training Day. Yeah, it came out in 2001, just before the attacks. So
that movie is really fucking good. Really good at its portrayal of East LA. There's a really great like fucking Snoop Dogg cameo in that film. That's dope.
Oh, is the cripple dude? Yeah, that like. Oh yeah, that.
Why y'all?
Right,
why y'all always sweating me, dog? Smell like bacon up in this motherfucker. And they make him throw up all his crack and shit. Jimmy Crack Corn. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. You federally fucked now. You put a firearm in charge. You know they give you 10 years per bullet. That's 10 years, right? Oh, come on, man. I love that shit, dude. I love the shakedowns in that movie. Denzel is so fucking confident and so in his element in that movie. And Ethan Hawke is perfect at playing like the big, dumb, wide-eyed fucking Pinocchio fucking Morty character, you know, that's like, I'm a fucking police officer. This is what's right. And Denzel is like, you get your Rudy Poo candy ass down there and go bust him then. You want to go bust those pissy smelling motherfuckers? Like, I love when he rolls those bums, punches them in the dick and throat and shit and just like leaves them there, sends the little like attempted rape victim home and shit. And he's like, aren't you going to book those?
He goes, movie where fucking Denzel Washington was like tracking down that fucking serial killer that could like jump from body to body and shit.
That is, they use that movie or that song, Time Is on Your Side. Yes, it is, because like the demon is always singing that while it's jumping from body to body. I can't remember the name of that fucking movie though.
Yeah.
Sacrament or no, it's not something like that.
I don't think I've seen this movie.
It's good, dude.
It's pretty good, dude. It's like Denzel Washington is like hunting down this fucking like the ghost of this like serial killer or some shit that can like jump from body to body.
Is it
like
Fallen?
Fallen. Yeah.
It's fucking Fallen.
It's a fallen angel, and it jumps into people. So he's investigating these murder cases where it doesn't make sense. And he suddenly starts to realize that these people are possessed by something. And he thinks it's a ghost, but it turns out to be like a fallen angel that he's chasing. And it's like the devil or whatever the fuck. And he's basically like inhabiting people and making them. And like there's these really cool scenes where he's like walking down the street on these busy sidewalks. And every person that he walks by both ways is singing that song. But they sing the next stanza. So one will walk by and say, time is on my side. And then like one will walk by him the other way and say, and turn around and say, yes, it is. And like, so it's like inhabiting everybody as it's, you know, like one at a time as it's walking around.
It's kind of like a trippy movie. It tries to fuck with you a little bit.
Yeah, it's a really good flick, dude. If you've never seen it, you should check it out. And I love Denzel, dude. Denzel is like, I don't know how you guys feel about American Gangster. How do you feel about that movie? You ever seen it?
I love that movie.
Yeah, that movie's pretty fucking good.
Gangs are pretty cool.
Several times.
It's definitely got some parts in it that I feel like could have been better.
Yeah, it's not perfect.
Whatever, it ain't a masterpiece, but it's pretty good.
But I think if it was a little better, I'd put it on the same level as like, you know, the gangster greats, and it's not. It's, you know what I mean. It's not there.
Yeah, it's like a rung below, but whatever.
No, I wouldn't put it quite there.
One problem with it. It was way too focused on fucking what's his name's character and not just Frank Lucas. The cop.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe's dumbass fucking cop character with his kid and his drama and his fucking. There was too much of that. It should have been way more focused on Frank Lucas and way less focused on the investigation of Frank Lucas, because he was like what was more interesting about that. That's what sets it apart. It felt more like Like,
Yeah, they have some pointless scenes with Crow where it's like they go to court and it's like, I wouldn't be a good dad. It's like, no one really cares about this subplot.
he's walking through the park with his wife for like, there's like a 7-minute scene where Russell Crowe is walking through the park with his wife and their kid is playing on things and he's asking for more custody. And she's like, you're never fucking around. It's like a whole argument between two people about actual custody over a kid. And it's in the movie.
Hey, isn't this movie like a gangster movie? I don't give a fuck about this guy.
And you're just like, isn't Frank Lucas fucking 5 fat black asses with cocaine and fucking heroin laid across them, you know, as his friends do big rails off of them right now? Like, why am I watching fucking Detective Richie Valens or whatever his name is in the movie over here fucking fighting with his wife about shit? Some mundanity of that movie at times bothered me. It was overlong.
Clearly, probably to get Crow to sign on the movie, he had to have a bigger role.
Well, that killed the fucking film.
They could have done.
If
they want to give him a bigger role, then you got to give him a more interesting fucking character. But, you know, obviously when you're dealing with real people, they fucking like want to fucking have some say in how they're portrayed and all this bullshit, you know. But it's lame.
Well,
just fucking
it's the ego of an actor too, dude. They're not just going to be like, okay, I feel like I'm a pretty big star and I'm barely going to be in this movie. It's like, you know, obviously Denzel is the best.
Cast someone else. Who gives a shit? Denzel Washington's enough to sell the fucking movie. You don't even need Russell Crowe.
Yeah, seriously.
But he's in a lot of movies with Ridley Scott, though. So I think, you know, it's one of those kind of things.
I have nothing against Russell Crowe, but I mean, like, if you fucking have to like add a bunch of boring ass shit to a movie just to entice Russell Crowe to have a big enough role.
Did you like Denzel? What's that movie where he plays like the vigilante? Is that what?
There's a few where he does that. There's that one, the Equalizer.
The Equalizer. The first one.
I haven't seen the second one. I heard the second one's not as good.
But the first one was actually pretty good for just like an action flick. He was good.
Yeah, Equalizer wasn't too bad. I dug it all right. It was the one where he like timed shit, right? He like take out his,
he would like look at his
every fight.
He'd like take out his little fucking watch or whatever, and he'd be like, "This will take me 18 seconds or whatever the fuck," and then he'd do it in 18 seconds. He'd be like, "Whoa, that's crazy," you know. And he'd go and fucking do all his like crazy bullshit.
That was a cool flick. We always end up talking about movies on these, but
sorry, oops.
People bitch about it, but I mean, what do you want me to do?
Yeah,
this is the type of shit. This is the type of shit I bring up.
Conversation done go where the conversation done go. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I mean, this is the type of shit I bring up in day-to-day fucking conversation. So
not only that, but this kind of conversation ages a lot better than like if we talk about politics or like other issues like that. So
that's true.
Oh, dude, what the fuck, man?
What?
IMDb, my top pick. It's like, you know, they recommend like, here's what we think you should watch. The Santa Claus, dude. Tim Allen.
Yep, you gotta watch the Santa Claus, Tim Allen, dude.
What the fuck?
Whoops-a-daisy.
Do it. Quit being a pussy and do it, Scotty.
Wonderland, then Men of Honor, As Good as It Gets, and Ronin. Okay, so it's like, you must like Jack Nicholson. You must like Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Well,
what's wrong with that?
I don't like Ronin all that much.
I mean, like, because I've seen all his movies and none of them are like my favorite films. So obviously IMDb doesn't know what it's fucking talking about, TJ. If you know anything about that. So like here's a question for you, TJ. Do you ever watch a recommended movie? Like if it comes on like Prime or something, it's like...
It depends on who's doing the recommendation. Because I find that Prime is actually pretty good at recommending shit to me.
Okay. Well, say you've had a different experience. I'm getting Tim Allen pushed on me.
That's because you're a dumb shit. That's what you should watch.
The algorithm has determined it.
Yeah,
you have been determined a dumb shit, Scotty.
So you know what? You gotta just watch the. Okay, so here's what it says. Here's what it thinks I'll like. I'm going to it right now. I'm at my shit. Okay, so the first movie they recommended me is RoboCop 2. Yes, I'll watch that any day. They want me to watch the riff tracks of Ice Cream Man with Ron Howard's fucking uglier brother.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you doing Amazon Prime shit?
Yeah, this is
all
just
right,
Prime.
I'll go to mine too.
Thanksgiving, which is about a killer turkey that murders people. Demonoid, I don't know what that is. Traveling to Mexico in search of a silver mine, a couple instead finds the dismembered left hand of the devil, who I don't know, does some stuff, I guess.
Sounds fun.
Porky's is on there.
Oh shit, Porky's, TJ. Porky's.
Maximum Overdrive, Me, Myself, and Irene, Angry Video Game, the movie, Porky's Revenge. It's like recommending all the Porky's movies to me for some reason.
So wait a minute. Where do you go to your recommendations? Like, where do you find that shit?
I just went to Amazon.com/prime-video.
Right.
And the first thing it shows me is movies we think you'll like. It's like the first thing on there for me. There's some garbage on here too. There's fucking
mine
RoboCop
just says like
3
popular movies. I watch a lot of shit on Prime. I wonder where that shit's at. It says Prime popular movies, blockbuster
Warrior
movies.
Queen. This looks good. Drama directed by Chuck Vincent, starring Sybil Danning and Donald Pleasance. In ancient Pompeii, the kind-hearted Roman emperor's wife works secretly to help slaves escape their harsh lives as non-stop cleaners and sex objects. As the queen gets more and more involved in her quest for equality, she puts her own life at risk. This looks pretty good, Scotty.
Sure.
It does. Look at it. Oops. Shut up.
Shut up. Shut up what?
I'm sorry. Something started making noises. Oh, yeah, this is definitely a good movie. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at some fucking images from it right now.
What is the name of this movie?
Warrior Queen, dude.
Okay.
Warrior Queen. This is good stuff.
Warrior Queen?
Hell yeah. Yeah, look at this. It's a fucking goddamn masterpiece. You can just tell, even just like scratching through it and shit. You scrub through it, it looks fucking great. It's got everything. It's got fucking warriors. It's got queens. You know? It's got naked people.
It's got warriors. It's got queens.
I mean, it delivers on both parts of the title.
This is what we call like. It's not like the lowest of the low movie, but it's like the bottom of the middle. It's that production.
Oh, is it
value.
this watch next shit? No, because that shit I've already like looked at. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why mine doesn't have the same shit.
Yeah, you don't get recommendations, Paul. You're not good enough.
Like what the fuck? Like I go to Prime Video and I don't get recommendations for shit. It doesn't.
I guess not, dude.
I don't get a movies we think like they don't care, or is it this shit? It's so weird.
Yeah,
I watch a lot of shit.
Movies.
Yeah, there's like Paul. You know what? The algorithm just gives up on you. You don't even
I have this watch next shit, but that's just shit that I've already watched that are so like
you don't
started
have a
watching.
Movies we think you'll like tab at all.
Let me see. I'm gonna scroll down because there's like, oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, I've got movies we think you like. Okay, I had to scroll down a ways. So Jasper Mall, Capitalism: A Love Story, Gonzo, which is a documentary about Hunter Thompson. Hellbound, Hellraiser 2, How Wrong You Are. Me, Myself, and Irene. 28 Days Later. I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't know if I got anything good on here. I mean, there's a bunch of shit I've already seen on here.
Yeah.
Wayne's World.
That's like a cheat, man. When they like fucking give you something that they already know you watched. Like
well,
I watched
don't know if they know
RoboCop,
I've watched this shit. Like I may not have watched it on Prime or whatever, but I've seen like 90% of the shit. Like
the algorithm knows, Paul. It knows what you're doing. It knows what you've seen.
And the algorithm is telling you guys to watch more Grease Trap. Just keep watching them. More and more Grease Trap. More Grease Trap. More.
It's showing me quite a lot of fucking Nick Cage. 8mm is on here. Snake Eyes just scrolled by as I went by. It knows I like some Nick Cage, which I don't like. I don't like that it algorithmic me. I don't like it like it knows. I don't like that.
It knows.
And the more data you give it,
dude,
Paul,
some of this shit I know for a fucking
Battlefield
fact.
Earth is on mine. That's fun.
Yeah, mine too. I scrolled by it.
It knows. Like you like garbage. Here you go. Oh no, Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo.
Yeah, it's on mine too.
No. Hide this movie. Yes, I want it hidden.
There's a bunch of bullshit on mine and a bunch of shit that I've seen.
I don't ever want.
But there's a few things that like I haven't seen that I might check out. But like, there's very few.
Yeah, usually these things are not that great at these like fucking predictive shit or whatever the fuck, you know.
A lot of the stuff they push to is just like Prime shit because like it's free. Stay on the service because you see it's free. You're getting a good deal. Free.
Oh shit! Dead Poets Society is free on Prime now. Well, you're right. I do like that movie. I may watch that later.
Yeah,
they found one good one that I've seen before that I kind of want to see again. But the rest of these, I don't know. I don't want to watch them again. Like, I don't want to watch 28 Days Later again. I'm sorry. That was a harrowing experience that I don't really feel like going through again. It's one of those movies that I feel like I don't want to see again. Do you know what I mean?
I've watched it like 3 or 4 times. So
me too. I think I've done enough. You know what I mean?
Oh, I got you then.
Yeah, I didn't just watch it once. I watched it a couple of times after I saw it in theaters, and I was like, okay, I really like this movie, but I'm just gonna stop putting myself through this movie. I had to do the same thing with fucking what's that movie called? It's right on the tip of my tongue. It's got Jared Leto in it, for fuck's sake. Requiem for a Dream. That movie's like really good, but really hard to watch. So I stopped rewatching it at some point because I was just like, man, this is just depressing me at this point.